As one fixture in High River's temporary business park gets set to move out, the owner hopes to attract attention to the rest of the businesses to remind everyone that they're still there. Owner Wayne Sellers is excited to go back to the restaurant's original location, but is very thankful for the opportunity to keep running at their temporary location.
Well, the temporary location, it was a way, in my opinion, to get some more people employed in this town, brings some food back into the town, give the people an option, and still keep our name out there, be an active part of the community. It's very exciting to see what we're going back into, and I like the location down here, but again, this is just it was a good Band-Aid. A huge thank you to the town, for putting this together for us. It was, without them, this wouldn't have ever happened.
To celebrate their moving out, they'll hold a barbecue in the park with live music on Saturday. Sellers says it's not only a farewell to their neighbors, but a way to draw some business for them as well.
Yeah, we wanted to bring some awareness to the people down here that are still in the temporary location, and also to say thank you and have a little celebration for, our stay here.
The new and improved, not to mention larger Alta Vita, is slated to be complete by April 25th, barring any roadblocks. Sellers gives us a quick tour of the unfinished restaurant, with memories of the flood still fresh in his mind.
You can see right here still the water line, where the water stood about this high throughout the building after the flood. There was two guys in here until about 1:30 in the afternoon. When they got out through the side door here. The water was rushing so hard they couldn't get out the other doors. We had those sandbagged and left these sandbagged on an angle so they could push it open, but they couldn't get the door open. And I told them, if you have to, just throw something through the window to get out. And they managed to push the door open. When the door swung open, all the chairs started to come up. And they managed to get the door closed and get out of here. But that was, I said, about 1:30 in the afternoon when they last got out. The entire place was water. Down here, we used to have a ceiling that stood about this high, and there was a second story up here that housed an office and washrooms. And the water was within about an inch of the ceiling when it was all settled and said and done. The kitchen back here, it flipped over coolers that were filled with meats and etc. Back here in the bar there was a 7-foot long beer cooler full of beer and wine. The water, literally, the guys were in here when it happened, literally picked up the cooler and flipped it on its back and set it back down. There was 3 boxes of empty liquor bottles on top of it that went up in the air, came back down, sat down, and never left. Just some real bizarre things happened. This area down here will now be we're going to call it the comfy lounge. We'll have leather chairs, barrel chairs, we'll have a couch down there, our 2-sided fireplace. This area here will be the pub. It used to be the restaurant. Our bar will be over here that'll come out. You'll be able to sit down at the bar. And we've got the stage for live music. We're going to have a big screen, projection screen there. We'll have about 5 or 6 TVs throughout. And then the restaurant will be on the back side over here. So we'll just take a through here. This is entering into what will now be the dining room area. We'll have a bar set up here, a nice wine rack, wine display, and then we'll be set up for somewhere in the neighborhood of 36 to 44 seats in here, depending on the arrangement. On the back side here, I've applied to the town of High River for a permit for a patio that'll run 35 feet down, enough for 20 people out there. So it'll be a perfect place to have your lunch or dinner in a nice park setting. So we're pretty excited about that, and looking forward to doing some interesting things in here, some private functions. We're talking about having it available for different groups, different functions, and that sort of thing.
For Golden West Radio, I'm Sean Emmett.